Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So it's Monday after Easter, so happy Easter to everybody who celebrates Easter, and also the day after WrestleMania weekend. Happy WrestleMania weekend to those who celebrate that as well. But so we got a couple things to cover on this quick Monday morning video. First up is a lot of Nintendo accessory price increases, which we saw on the initial launch update or the pre-order launch update for Nintendo, that, you know, like the camera, the controllers, the Joy-Cons, and it appears the Amiibos now are going up in price. Honestly, I think this is Nintendo trying to combat tariff price increases for the system, because they know having that system be more than $450 and $500, depending on which version you buy, that's going to be a tough sell in this economy right now. So I don't think they want to increase the price of the system at all, and I don't think they want to take a loss on it at all. So they're doing small little price increases on a lot of the accessories. A lot of stuff that's probably already in the US, so wouldn't even have to worry about tariffs, because I guarantee through Christmas they want to keep that price of that system at $449.99 and $499.99, just because, again, the way the economy is right now, increasing each system by like $50 could really hurt sales, especially during Christmas. So I think they're doing what they can to keep system and game prices down, because they know those are going to be the big movers. The accessories, probably your average consumer is not going to notice a price increase in that. Like those of us, you know, who we keep an eye on this stuff, and you know, we look at the price listings and we saw the announcements at the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. It's one of those things like, yes, we're going to pay attention to that, and we may not want to pay that extra $5, $10 for the item, but your average consumer, they're not going to know. They're just like, oh, I guess that's the price of this item, and if they're going to buy it, they're going to buy it. They're not going to know it was increased by like $5, $10. So I think that's what Nintendo's doing. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but since the Switch didn't increase and the games didn't increase, but it pretty much all the accessories increased, I think that's what they're doing. They're doing their darndest to keep the system at $450 and $499, so they don't lose sales. I mean, it's not a bad business move, because again, only, you know, us nerds are going to know about that accessory increase. I don't think anybody else will, since I'm sure, you know, your average consumer didn't look at Best Buy, Walmart, Target, Amazon for pre-order listings for any of those, since the system wasn't going on pre-order. So they're just like, oh, okay. And when they get to it, they'll see the price, and like I said, if they are going to buy that, they're just like, okay, that's the price, I'm going to buy it. It does give me pause, I think, because I do want the Pro Controller, because I absolutely love this bad boy for my Switch 1. I hope it works with the Switch 2. I haven't found out yay or nay if it works or doesn't work. But if it works with the Swift 2, if it works with the Swift, say it again. If it works with the Switch 2, I'll probably ride it with this bad boy for a little bit and wait for a sale on the Pro 2 controller. Though I do want the Pro 2 controller. That's like one of the accessories that's like a must for me. And then I was talking to my good buddies. None of us live near each other anymore. Over the weekend, because we were in our mass group text talking WrestleMania, and we've kind of agreed that we're going to get the camera maybe at launch, but we're going to get the camera, and once a week we're going to hop on the Switch and play a game together, and, you know, have the screen up and everything like that. So I know we could do that with other games, but this way it's just easier, because I stream, but I don't have like a webcam hooked directly into my Xbox or my PlayStation or anything like that. And I assume they don't either, because none of them stream, so they might not even have a webcam near their system. So this just kind of makes it easier for us. And then we can kind of bullshit like we used to, because the systems we played the most growing up in high school and college were the Nintendo systems. We played the N64 religiously in high school, and then into college. Most of our 4-player gaming was on the GameCube. We did do like Halo LAN parties and stuff like that, but when it was just us with one system in someone's basement, it was always a Nintendo system. So that's one of those things, like, we're going to try to rekindle that kind of fun. So we're going to do that. So I might add the camera at launch to my order. When I order it, I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm going to order it from because I'm hoping that site doesn't crash. But yeah, so I'm going to add that to my order. So I'll get that. I'm shooting for the Mario Kart bundle. I'm probably going to wait on Donkey Kong. What is Donkey Kong? Whatever Donkey Kong's called. I'm probably going to wait on Donkey Kong. And I don't know if there's any like launch games that I'm going to put in my cart for that day. I got to go back and look to see what all the launch games are and if there's any like, oh, I want to play that day one. I think it's just going to be Mario Kart for me because my backlog just keeps getting bigger and bigger with games. Like I've added Suikoden 1 and 2 to it. I've got to get through Pikmin 2, 3, and 4. With Advance Wars, I beat 1, got to get through 2. I still have to finish Final Fantasy 16 and 7 Rebirth. That might be it on the backlog right now that I can think of. But I mean, Doom, Dark Ages is coming out. Expedition 33 is coming out. So I'm going to have a lot on my plate to play. And it's always nice to get that new, shiny new system with a bunch of games. When it all said and done, there's only so many hours in the day, and I'm still in the middle of baseball season. Though June 5th, baseball will be over, so I'll have a little bit more time to play video games. But yeah, so it's like the backlog's pretty big, so I think I'm just going to stick with Mario Kart, play that with the boys online, and things like that. So that's kind of the Nintendo thing for this bit of the video. Like I said, I think the accessory price increase is to combat possible tariffs for the system, so we can keep this. Well, I don't work for Nintendo. Or did I just out myself as a shill? No, I don't work for Nintendo. I wish they paid me money. I would chill hard for Nintendo. Kind of kidding, but kind of not kidding. Nintendo, call me. But yeah, I think that's what they're doing. They're just trying to keep the system price down so they can sell more systems and get more people in that ecosystem. Because we all know you make your money from the software on systems. Most consoles are loss leaders, though. I don't believe Nintendo has ever sold a system at a loss, at least since the N64 era on up. I don't think Super Nintendo. I know the Game Boy was never a loss leader. None of their handhelds have been loss leaders. So I think that's just something Nintendo does. So they don't want to lose money on the system. So I think what Nintendo is doing is just raising the price on the accessories because those have a huge markup, and you make your money there. Maybe you break even on the systems or barely make a profit on the systems with the tariffs. So that's what I think they're doing. They're never going to admit to that, but that's probably what they're doing there. And so, quick thoughts on WrestleMania. That's at the end of the video because whenever I do a short about wrestling, it never does any numbers. Video game stuff always does. I guess the wrestling YouTube area is the hardest to break into. I overall liked it. I'd say B minus overall. Night 1, of course, was capped off by that triple threat match and Paul Heyman going full heel, turning his back on his best friend CM Punk and his tribal chief Roman Reigns to join forces with Seth Rollins. So that was really cool. And then for me, Night 2, the match of the night was Drew versus Damian Priest, which is hilarious to me because of all the storylines leading into WrestleMania. I didn't give 2 craps about that particular storyline, and it turned out to be my favorite match of the weekend. I got really invested in that match. It was violent, it was fun, it was great, and it told a good story because it showed kind of like Drew didn't learn any lessons from last year, or he took the selfie in front of a down Damian. And then he won. So you kind of kept you were like, all right, where's Drew going to get selfish and screw this up? But he never did. So it told a fun story, and I really enjoyed that match. Of course, what I thought was going to be my favorite match of the weekend kicked everything off was the women's triple threat match for the women's title. That was fantastic, and I'm glad Io Sky won. She was my favorite out of the 3, but great work by all 3 ladies in that match, Rhea and Bianca as well. That was a fun match. And then, of course, the main event, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, was kind of boring, but I still enjoyed it because my 2 sons, Bowie, the toddler, huge Cody Rhodes fan, Sean, the 16-year-old, almost 17-year-old, huge John Cena fan. So just kind of seeing them jaw back and forth. Bowie just being absolutely vicious because he's a toddler and he doesn't understand the rules of professional wrestling. And then Sean just kind of giving it back to him, but also Sean knows it's scripted. Sean knows predetermined and everything like that. So it was just fun watching those two react to every pinfall, every false finish, everything that happened, because we were all kind of, well, except for Bowie, we were all kind of going into that match pretty sure John Cena was going to win. But as the match was going on and John Cena couldn't get the win, Sean was convinced that Cody was going to win in the end. So it was just fun watching the two boys kind of go back and forth with each other, but also their reactions to all the false finishes. So that made that match a little more fun because, yeah, technically speaking, it wasn't that exciting of a match. So if you didn't have kids with you going nuts watching that match, I could see where you hated it. But overall, we kind of knew what was going to happen. The Rock not showing up, that was kind of a bummer. Don't know what that's all about. I'm sure we're going to find out more maybe tonight on Raw. Raw should be exciting tonight. Can't wait to see Cena. Can't wait to see Seth and Heyman and see Roman and Punk's reaction. It should be a good fun Raw tonight. So that's the video today. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. More videos Wednesday and Friday as we try to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. And, shorts in between. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.